They're both gonna bring it back.
All right, I'd like to call the meeting to order. Our invocation tonight is going to be led by the pastor, minister of the Once Crossroads Church of Christ, Brother Harold Kidd.
Let's all bow together. God, we want to thank you for the day, and we want to thank you for our community, Father. And as I look on this wall and see these faces that I've known all my life, people that have given their life years ago for this town, I'm just in appreciation of this place that we were raised. And Father, I pray that you'll just continue to be with us. Father, help none of us to fall into the pit that it losing freedom. Help us to continue to have things that we have grown up with and love. Father, I pray that you put your hands on these special people that lead this town. Father, I pray for Tony and Elizabeth and Claude and Scott and Dan and Jennifer. I pray, Father, for this community with them. I pray for unity and harmony here in this town. And I pray that everything that's done will be done for others, Father, instead of ourselves, putting ourselves first, but put this community first. That's been done over these years, Father, and we just appreciate so much the leadership that has come from here. We pray for our country that you be with our president, for our Senate legislature. We pray that you be with our state folks and bless them in their decisions. And Father, hold us up and help us never to lose the things that we have now. Freedom being so important to us, and bless us and bless each one of these leaders of this community, Father. Bless their homes, Father, and continue to be with us and forgive us all of our sins. Father, please bless our country. Please bless our wonderful town of Once Crossroads. Pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. All right, we have the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and for the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Councilman Dan Arvidson.
Present.
Councilwoman Elizabeth Craig. Councilman Scott Baker.
Present.
Mayor Tony Craig.
Present.
Councilman Claude Lane.
Present.
Councilwoman Jennifer Little.
Present.
Mayor Oliver present and accounted for.
Read the bank balances.
Yes, sir. General operations, $94,219.74. Sewer operations, $289,614.64. Municipal court, $1,790.56. Corrections, $2,850.43. Cash bond, $1,777.06. Judicial training fund, $12,543.92. 4 and 5 cent gas, $48,817.50. 7 cent gas, $2,577.72. Rebuild Alabama, $40,471.88. Sewer security deposits, $111,174.35. Sewer tap, $62,047.47. Capital savings, $71,655.65. For a grand total of $739,540.92 as of today.
All right, can I get a motion to accept the bank balances and minutes as written?
Motion to accept the bank balances and minutes as written.
All right, I got a motion by Councilwoman Little. Can I get a second? Second from Councilwoman Craig.
Councilman Dan Arvidson.
Yay.
Councilman Scott Baker.
Yay.
Mayor Tony Craig.
Yay.
Councilman Claude Lane.
Yay.
And that unanimously passed. You can come around.
I didn't know where to go. I didn't know.
You're good right there. Just turn around.
First of all, my name is Richie Holt, and I represent House District 22. And I appreciate everyone being here tonight. Thank God, first of all, for everything we have. Hey, there's some more seats if anybody wants to come down. I want to thank the mayor, the council, and the mayor's a pretty smart guy because he hired some really good staff, okay? I want to thank them. But, no, we're here tonight, also to, I have a resolution, okay? And I'm going to talk a little bit about it. You know, here on the Crossroads, I'm so proud of what's happening, and I'm proud of our city and the things that are moving forward. And the mayor and his staff are doing a wonderful job, and I appreciate everything they're doing. And please, I'm so proud of them and fire. You know, you never know when in a situation when something, you know, you may be rolling down the Flint in a canoe or on a float. You never know. You're having a good time, and all of a sudden, something pops up, and you have a tragic accident or something happens. And I'm so proud of the fire, and I'm so proud of the rescue and the things they have done. And that's why we're here tonight. I want to thank them and thank everything everyone's doing. And we do have a resolution, and we'd like to read it. If Chief Watson, if you want to come up and introduce everybody, because I don't know everyone, okay? But what I'd like to do is get up here and let you introduce everyone, and let's get a photo, and then we'll get the resolution ready.
So if you'll call everyone up that was involved.
Yeah, we'll do that. We have some up here. Andrew, Craig, Steve Dunbar, Tracy Watts. We all know him as Mayor Craig. There's a few other individuals that were missing, but on June the 4th, we received a call for four lost teenagers. At about 9:30 in the evening, we responded. We were able to locate the individuals rather quickly within about 30 minutes. But the bad thing about it was, is when we found them, they were island out in the middle of the Flint. We had some of those heavy rains. Sorry, come on up. And we had some heavy rains and the water was still. So it actually went from being a lost individuals to having a rescue, what we call swift water rescue. I want to thank all of my members, and I want to thank Representative Gordon for recognizing, but also our good friends in blue, Mr. Graves and Mr. Summer. Thank you very much. They were there that night and they helped us locate those guys. It was a joint effort where police and fire came together to make it happen. Andrew Gregg is one of our firefighters. Stephen Dunbar is one of my paramedics. Tracy Watts is another firefighter and medic. And then, of course, the mayor himself here. They were all there. We were there till 2:30 in the morning with this, and we finally got these four young individuals out. But I want to thank these guys because they did a fantastic job taking care of the parents. Because I had four teenage parents that were very upset, and they did an excellent job at making sure that they had the information they needed as we proceeded with our rescue. So again, thank y'all for what y'all did. You don't know how important that was to me. But that was one last thing we had to do. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you, appreciate it. Thank every one of y'all. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and I will say one other thing. 2015, my daughter was in an explosion here on the Crossroads, and it was very tragic. A couple died. And you never know when something's going to happen. I don't care if you're in a big community, small community, whatever. I'm so proud of what we're doing here today. And if I can help in any way, all you have to do is call me, and I'll be glad to help any of you guys.
I got his number in case anybody wants it.
Yeah.
I'd like to say something. I'm one of the parents. I just wanted to thank you guys for doing that. And, 2:30 in the morning and getting a call in the middle of the night. Just really appreciate, you guys doing that for sure. My son would like to say something to you guys.
This is on behalf of myself, my friends, my parents, and the community. I would like to thank all of you guys for rescuing us when we didn't have the resources to do so, and your brave reasons.
Thank you. Would you mind coming down and joining us? Thank you, sir.
I'll get photos together. I'm gonna read this while y'all are taking your photos. You want me to read it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. State of Alabama, House of Representatives, Montgomery, Alabama. Resolution H1R73 by Representative commending the Owens Crossroads Fire and Rescue and Police group of stranded rafters on the Flint River. Whereas it is with the highest admiration and deepest gratitude that we recognize Owens Crossroads Fire and Rescue and Police for its quick response to rescue a call involving stranded rafters on the Flint River. And whereas at approximately 9:23 p.m. on June 4, 2026, Owens Crossroads Fire and Rescue and Police responded to a rescue call on the Flint River involving a group of stranded rafters. Upon arrival, responders learned that the group had encountered trouble when its inflatable boat became entangled on a submerged log and sank. The individuals were able to swim to a nearby island but became stranded to the swift river currents. Unable to safely return to shore, the group called for assistance, and whereas utilizing their specialized training, swift water rescue skills, and knowledge of river operations, responders quickly accessed the river, located the stranded rafters, and conducted a successful rescue operation. Through the professionalism, training, and expertise of responding personnel, all individuals were safely removed from the area without injury. And whereas Owens Crossroads personnel was aided by police and other rescue departments, Madison County Rescue Squad, and in the safe rescue of the stranded rafters. And whereas the City of Owens Crossroads Fire and Rescue and Police remains committed to protecting lives, property, and the safety of residents and visitors throughout the region through professional emergency response training and community service. Now therefore be it resolved that we most highly commend the City of Owens Crossroads Fire and Rescue and Police for the swift actions taken by its responders that resulted in the safe rescue of a group of stranded rafters, and we extend to them our heartfelt gratitude and sincere best wishes for continued health, happiness, and success. I hereby certify that the above interim resolution was approved on this 10th day of June of 2026 and adopted in the first session of the Alabama legislation. John Treadwell, clerk.
Well, most of y'all probably don't know, the fire department has only been in existence since August the 1st of last year. So we were able to accomplish that and able to succeed in this rescue. Only had been in service for about 9 months. I'm proud of that guy, and I thank every one of them for what they do for our community.
You know you want to. Is Robert Thompson present?
Yes.
You can come forward.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Thompson, you have 3 minutes.
Okay, very good. I'll be brief. My name is Robert Thompson. I reside at 114 Sid Road, which is a residence adjacent to the new proposed development. And there are a couple things about it. There are presently a lot of trees on the property. And we were hoping that the trees that were adjacent to the residences on Sid Road would stay. But unfortunately, we learned at the planning commission meeting that all these trees were going to be removed. And so we would prefer to have trees, but one of the planning commission members suggested some fencing. And that would be a viable alternative that we would greatly appreciate. That would help us out. We're talking about running a fence across the line of three residences. It's not a great deal, especially when you consider there would be a nominal cost to the developer. But when you're looking at a project that's pushing $50 million, it would be a rather insignificant amount of money for them to cough up to perhaps provide us with some fencing. And the bottom line is the developer's not going to pay for it. The new homeowners are going to pay for it. You take a $340,000 house, instead of selling it at $340,000, it's going to sell it at $340,000 and $65. So I don't think we're asking too much out of line there, but we can't do anything without you all. We have no power or influence over the engineer or the developer of this property. Without you, we're pretty much dead in the water. So that's one of the reasons I'm here asking you about that. The second matter of concern is, I'm assuming, and don't know yet because there is no conceptual development plan. We don't know what we're looking at yet. But if there's a sanitary sewer pump station on the property or two, we would like some kind of assurance that it will be based against the back of our property.
when the 66 homeowners of Quail Hollow subdivision purchased their homes, each one of us had a choice. Do you want to buy a property next to the pump station or not? 2 people chose to do so. 64 people chose not to do so. In this particular instance, again, we have no choice. We've lost our choice. And so with no power and influence, we're asking for help from you people. And if there's something you can do about that, maybe get an assurance that that pump station will not be installed, constructed adjacent to our property, that would be great. It's something that's easily done, easily designed, but we need to get into it from the start and not down the road. So those are 2 things that I would ask. And the other things that concern us is Ed Spears Road and Hamer Road can't stand, in my opinion, as an amateur, you can't stand another 600, 800, 1,000 vehicles going down the road each day. You're looking at 150 homes, supposedly, 2 cars apiece, 300 cars. 300 cars going in the morning down Ed Spears Road. They got to make that left-hand turn on the Hamer Road. Now, if you've not driven those roads, it would be worth your while to drive it and make those turns on that little bridge right there. It's not a good, safe crossing. It's not good now. If there's another vehicle there, you can't hardly make that turn. But that's just one thing that needs to be looked at. The infrastructure of that area, will it sustain another 800,000 trips? 300 to work. They're all going to work in Huntsville. I don't think they'll be working in Grant. So 300 into Huntsville, 300 back, 200 going to soccer, Publix, Food City, Walmart. It's going to get a lot of traffic. And so maybe that's one thing we might want to consider if it's not too late or whatever. Maybe RS1 zoning may be a little more palatable than RS2 zoning to limit the pressure on these roads. The schools. What happens if we tell the elementary school principal you're going to have an influx of 200, 250 kids in the next 2 years? Do we have the teachers? Do we have the classrooms? Do we have the facilities? Do we have the money to support such an endeavor? And so here, like I say, I'm here asking for your help. The Planning Commission and the City Council has a great deal of responsibilities. Unfortunately, sometimes those responsibilities require you to make extremely difficult decisions in the best interest of the citizens in the city of Owens Crossroads. And I hope in some small way that part of that responsibility is protecting and trying to help out the existing homes in Owens Crossroads, the residences that are going to be affected by these changes. And so if you would, I hope that you would consider trying to help us out with the fencing and the assurance of the pump station. What we can do about the roads or the schools is I don't know about that. But those are our only 2 concerns with that, and I think it's a reasonable request. And I think with a little cooperation from the developer, the engineer, that this can be made to work and everybody can be pleased with the results. I think it's attainable, but the key to it is your all's involvement and participation. Without y'all, we don't have anything. So I hope that we can work something out, and I'm interested in seeing how it goes. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next, we have ordinance number 26-006. This is annexation of parcel pins 85201 and 91079. These were presented in a public hearing and have been posted for at least 30 days.
Any questions, comments about ordinance number 26-006?
Yes, ma'am. Can we table this or to vote on it at another time? I'd like to get some more information.
Well, the subdivision has been designed.
Right, I understand.
This is just rezoning properties.
Okay.
Different properties.
Right,
Where they
once,
should be.
right, once it gets rezoned, then they're gonna start building?
No, the subdivision has to be approved.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. Thank you.
All right. So, can I get a motion to consider ordinance number 26-006?
Motion to consider ordinance 26-006.
All right, I got a motion to consider from Councilman Lane. Can I get a second?
No, that was Councilman Baker.
I mean, Councilman Baker, I was looking at the clock. Second from Councilwoman Craig.
Councilman Dan Arvidson,
Yay.
Mayor Tony Craig,
Yay.
Councilman Claude Lang,
Yay.
Councilwoman Jennifer Little.
Yay.
Can I get a motion to adopt ordinance number 26-006?
Make a motion to adopt ordinance number 26-006.
All right, I got a motion to adopt from Councilman Lane. I get a second.
Second?
Second from Councilwoman Little.
Councilman Dan Arvidson,
Yay.
Councilwoman Elizabeth Craig.
Yay.
Councilman Scott Baker.
Well, anything alike.
I'm not gonna look up. Mayor Tony Craig.
Yay.
Okay. That passed unanimously, Mayor. Next, we have ordinance 26-007. This is rezoning of properties located on Ed Spears, which are, sorry, I don't have those PIN numbers right in front of me. I'll read those out. 85152 and 92740. That's just a rezoning of those from estate residential to single family residential.
Can I get a motion to consider ordinance number 26-007?
Motion to consider ordinance 26-007.
I got a motion to consider Councilwoman Little. I get a second.
Second.
Second from Councilwoman Craig.
Councilman Dan Arvidson,
Yay.
Councilman Scott Baker,
Yay.
Mayor Tony Craig,
Yay.
Councilman Claude Lang.
Yay.
All right. Can I get a motion to adopt ordinance number 26-007?
Motion to adopt ordinance 26-007.
I have a motion to adopt from Councilman Baker. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second from Councilwoman Craig.
Councilman Dan Arvidson,
Yay.
Mayor Tony Craig,
Yay.
Councilman Claude Lang,
Yay.
Councilwoman Jennifer Little.
Yay.
Okay, that one passed unanimously, Mayor.
What's next on the agenda?
Resolution 26-015 is a resolution to approve a one-time lump sum payment to eligible retirees through the Employers Retirement System of Alabama. We have two of those. It totals $371. It's distributed to two individuals. This is an act that was passed through the regular session of the 2026 legislator meeting.
Are there any comments concerning resolution 26-015? No comments. Can I get a motion to adopt resolution number 26-015?
Make a motion to adopt resolution 26-015.
I have a motion from Councilman Lane. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second from Councilman Arvidson.
Councilwoman Elizabeth Craig,
Yay.
Councilman Scott Baker,
Yay.
Mayor Tony Craig,
Yay.
Councilwoman Jennifer Little.
Yay.
Mayor, that was adopted unanimously. Next, I'm sorry.
So we have something that's not on the agenda, but we had a planning and zoning meeting last night. and
She was gonna speak at the end of the other public commenters, but you can have her go ahead if you would like.
Antoinette, would you like to
Okay. Yes, sir.
speak?
My name is Antoinette Cisco Williamson, and I am the co-chair of the Owens Crossroad Planning Commission. The Planning Commission met last evening, and our recommendation is that a moratorium be placed on billboards until an amendment is revised to the sign ordinance. And we're doing some research on that so that it can be amended in accordance with other similar sized municipalities.
Any comments from council? How many do we have currently?
Laura. Do you know how many we have currently in the
It's
city?
about 8.
To put a moratorium on the billboards, I can write a resolution. We can name the resolution, call the resolution what it is, do the facts. You can approve the resolution, then I can send it to you tomorrow, and if y'all are fine with it, then it will be official. But I don't have one typed out right now. Or we can wait and adopt it on the 28th if y'all feel more comfortable with that. Y'all discuss. Okay, so it would be resolution, not ordinance, because it's a temporary thing, 26-016, and it would be called moratorium on billboards within the Owens Crossroads city limits. For what? 6 months, 12 months, what are y'all thinking? Or until further notice, or what are y'all?
Until the research has been completed. That was what we discussed last.
Until research is completed and y'all reconvene.
Yes.
Okay, who is doing the research?
It'll be all the members.
It'll be all members of the plan.
So it'll be
And
Laura
they-
and Christie.
Especially Laura and Christie.
Yeah,
Yes.
Moratorium on billboards until research completed and presented.
Yes.
So research completed and presented.
And I think that covers the spirit of what was discussed last evening. Well.
Okay. Is all the council members okay with that wording to vote?
Yes.
All right,
Okay.
can I get a motion to adopt resolution 26-016?
Motion to adopt 26-016.
All right, got a motion to adopt from Councilman Arvidson. I get a second. Second from Councilwoman Craig.
Councilman Scott Baker,
Yay.
Mayor Tony Craig,
Yay.
Councilman Claude Lang,
Yay.
Councilwoman Jennifer Little.
Yay.
Okay, that was unanimous.
Thank you, council.
Thank you.
Mayor, at this time you have 3 people who would like to make public comment. I'm assuming they're all present. Each person will have up to 3 minutes to speak, to state your concerns. The council may not have an answer for you, but I have all your information to respond back to your concerns that you present. So, the first person is April Odom McCray.
Hi, thank you so much for having me today. My name is April Odom McRae, and I'm a proud resident of the Bristol Creek community, right off of Highway 431 right here. Today I come to you with concerns regarding our close-knit community, being a very kid-friendly community, a very family-oriented community. I have a complaint of a big rig truck parking there, blocking a kids at play sign at the entrance right off the highway. I would like to express safety concerns, being that I said that it's a kid-friendly community. It causes a severe blind spot, large front hoods, high cabs, completely blocking driver's view. And it also blinds potential pedestrians that walk in that area of the neighborhood or any other area of the neighborhood that they may park. Also, with that semi truck being a very environmental and health risk for air pollution and noise pollution as well, with the chemical spills that potentially could take place if someone would be not so smart to bring the trailer part attached to the semi if this was to continue. So with that being said, it finds spaces and it's a massive size of the bobtail truck, and it restricts the flow of residential traffic, making it difficult for school buses or emergency vehicles to come in the entrance if an emergency was to take place. So also I would like to ask by any way if you could please consider getting a no big truck signs or no truck or no semi truck signs, in that kid-friendly community. Because as I stated, we are a tight-knit community where our kids are growing up together. They love to play outside. Even though we supervise them, something dangerous could happen with a semi-automatic, semi-truck being there. Also, I would like to express concerns about, if there is a possibility that you could please consider, fixing repairing the streets and roads in our community. We love living there. We're proud homeowners. Some people rent in that community, but I just want to say that I don't plan on moving anytime soon. So if by any chance, if you could please consider repairing the streets and roads, that would be great. Thank you so much. That's all I have today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Miss Tammy Anthony?
Good evening, City Council. My name is Tammy Anthony and I reside at 122 Blackwell Court. I've been a resident in Bristol Creek for 18 plus years now. I have 3 grievances that I'd like to address. The first one is the commercial truck, the big rig, that was parked several days near the entrance inside Bristol Creek. My main concern is for the safety of these unsupervised children in the community. They will see it as play equipment and a playground to hang out and climb on. Everything is all fun and games until someone gets seriously hurt. Not only that, but you let one trucker park there and the other truckers in the neighborhood will follow suit. Then before you know it, we have a truck stop at the entrance to our subdivision. This is something I didn't sign up for when I had my home built 18 years ago. My question is how do we prevent future parking for the safety of these unsupervised children in this community? Second grievance is the bulk trash pickup that runs once a month in Bristol Creek. We have numerous renters now moving in and out constantly. As a result, trash is always left in the front yards for weeks. Our community looks like a landfill most of the time. My question is how can we get bulk trash to run weekly or at least twice a month, like most of the other upstanding communities in this area? My third grievance is fireworks. While celebrating special holidays and shooting off fireworks is fun, there needs to be stricter rules in a community where houses are built so close together. Residents have expressed their concerns about fireworks hitting rooftops, windows, vehicles, and also seeing elementary kids lighting fireworks in front of their parents. Some residents have stated that they battle PTSD. The elderly have mentioned they have heart conditions. Pet owners have asked, what time do we need to start medicating the cats and dogs? And for the newborns and infants, I just pray for them. Having a week prior to the holiday and a week after the holiday for shooting off fireworks is a bit excessive. And also having a late curfew, which lasts till midnight, is also excessive. Several residents have expressed their concerns having to get up early the next morning for work. They have stated on the community Facebook page, could you please stop with the fireworks? The summer months tend to be drier and hotter than others. Main concern is fires. We already had a house burn down last year, which caused damages to both neighbors' homes. My last question is why are fireworks allowed in a tightly built subdivision, especially where the homes are so close together? And how can we amend an ordinance with shorter days, not weeks, and earlier times for the fireworks to cease? Thank you for your time and attention.
Thank you.
April Wise.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for putting up with my insane children tonight. I appreciate the opportunity to speak to you all about several ongoing issues that are affecting the quality of life and safety in our neighborhood. First, I'd like to address the growing problem of overflowing trash left on our curbs. Many homes have garbage and debris that remain outside well before big trash pickup. In most cases, trash accumulates to the point that it attracts pests, creates unpleasant odors, and diminishes the appearance of our community. This isn't just an aesthetic issue, it can become a public health concern and sends a message that our neighborhood isn't being properly maintained by the city. With renters moving out on an almost weekly basis, I'd like to request an increase in big trash pickup in our neighborhood from more than once a month. Second, I would like to address a growing safety concern in our neighborhood. Residential streets are becoming increasingly congested with parked vehicles, including commercial vehicles. While I understand that everyone needs a place to park, the number and size of these vehicles have created conditions that are no longer safe for the people who live there. Our neighborhood streets are simply not designed to accommodate vehicles parked along both sides of the road. Visibility is reduced at intersections, around curves, and when backing out of driveways. It only takes one moment of limited visibility for a serious accident to occur. My greatest concern is for our children. Our neighborhood does not have continuous sidewalks, so children and families often have no choice but to walk in the street. When vehicles block sight lines, drivers cannot see children until they are directly in front of them, and children cannot see approaching traffic. This creates an unacceptable risk for families who simply want to walk through their own neighborhood. These parking conditions can also affect emergency response. Emergency workers need clear access to our streets. Narrow roadways lined with vehicles can delay response times when seconds can make all the difference. I'm respectfully asking the council to take action by reviewing parking regulations for commercial vehicles on residential streets, evaluating the neighborhood where parking restrictions are needed, increasing enforcement of existing ordinances, and considering long-term infrastructure improvements, including filling sidewalk gaps in our neighborhood where possible. Owens Crossroads is a growing community that prides itself on being family-oriented. As our city continues to grow, our policies must grow with it. Our neighborhoods should be safe places where children can walk, ride their bikes, and play without parents worrying that parked vehicles have turned residential streets into hazardous roadways. I ask that you make this issue a priority before someone is seriously injured or killed. We have an opportunity to address this problem proactively rather than reactively, and I hope you'll consider taking the necessary steps to improve safety for everyone in our community. Thank you for your time, your service, and your commitment to the residents of Owens Crossroads.
All right, so I think we need to vote to go into executive session to get a motion to go into executive session.
Make a motion to go into executive session.
Got a motion from Councilman Lane, can I get a second? Second. So, Councilman Baker, all in favor? Roll call.
Councilman Dan Arvidson,
Yeah.
Councilwoman Elizabeth Craig, Mayor Tony Craig,
Yeah.
Councilwoman Jennifer Little.
I actually have a question first.
Yes.
This is gonna be about the comments? Is that correct?
No.
This is gonna be about the comments?
No, it's
Oh,
something else.
separate. Oh, okay.
Okay. So that concludes the regular session of city council. They will not reconvene after their executive session, so thank y'all for coming. I will if she won't dance.
Which one? Oh my God. I watched that for 5 times.